how much is the requirement of employees. Then you need to organize, you need to recruit them, you need to select them, and you need to give training for them. So HRM is an inherent part of management. You cannot separate human resource from the organization. With the cooperation of human resource management, you can achieve this objective. But the key element to achieve all this objective is human resource. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all to the first session on Human Resource Management. I am Meghana from the Department of Commerce, lecturing in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. In the last session, we were discussed about the syllabus, internal portion and book for reference in the last session. So in today's session, let us start with the Unit 1, that is Introduction to Human Resource Management. Moving further, let us look into the agenda of today's session. So let us discuss with the introduction, meaning and definition, nature of HRM and objectives of HRM. So let us start with the introduction. So what is HRM? Human Resource Management. So the Human Resource Management is the managing of people. So here the human resource, the employee is considered as a key element in the organization. So you need to manage with the employees. So for the smooth working of the organization, you need to ensure the coordination among the employees. So human resource plays an important role or major role in the organization. So you need to manage with the employees. So they plays an important role. Human resource management, HRM, is a relatively new approach. So it is a new approach to the organization. So in a traditional marketing or in a traditional business, we doesn't give importance or much importance for the human resource. So now we give more importance for the human resource. Now we have a separate department for human resource, that is HR department, in order to deal with the human resource. So it is a relatively new approach to the managing. For managing people, it is a new approach. Then people are considered as the key resources. So they are the key element or primary element for all the business activity, for all the organizational activity. It concerned with the people dimension in management of the organization. So in order to manage the organization, first you need to manage with the peoples. So then you can manage the other things. So they plays an important role in the organization. So human resource management is the process of acquiring people and developing the people, and motivating, and you need to exist or you need to maintain the people, that is employees in the organization. So first you need to acquire, that means you need to recruit the employees, you need to select based on the requirement, as well as you need to develop them, you need to give certain training for them to increase their knowledge, as well as you need to motivate them. So when they have the knowledge and skills, you need to motivate them for the effective work. So the employees have all the qualities, but they are not working effectively. In that case, you need to motivate the employees. Then after all the situation, you need to maintain your employee in the organization. So you need to maintain the employees in the organization to continue with the same organization. After gaining the knowledge, he may quit. So you need to maintain. All this is a process. Human resource is a process of managing the people and developing their skills and motivating them and acquiring them. So it is a process of acquiring, developing, motivating and maintaining the employee in the organization. So it is a continuous process. So you need to maintain, you need to undertake all this activity continuously, because they plays an important role in the organization. So without the employees, without human beings, you cannot run organization. Every function or every field involves the human resource. So in order to run the organization, in order to achieve organizational objective, you require human resource. In all the department, in all the function, it involves human resource. So that you need to manage with the human resource for the effective results. So it's a process. Next, definition. According to Edwin B. Flippo, human resource management. According to Edwin B. Flippo, human resource management is a planning. He says HRM is a planning, organizing, directing, controlling the recruitment, development and resources to the end the individual and societal objectives are accomplished. That means according to this Edwin Flippo, human resource management is a planning, organizing, directing and controlling the procurement and developing the resources. That means you need to plan. So based on the requirements, how much is the requirement of employees? Then you need to organize, you need to recruit them, you need to select them and you need to give training for them and you need to direct them to the right path. You need to allot the work for the individual. Then you need to control. After allotting the work, you need to control and you need to evaluate their performance. Then procurement, development, you need to help them to develop, to individual development as well as the organizational development. So the HR management, human resource management helps for the individual development as well as for the organizational development. Then you need to develop the resources to the end that individual and societal objectives are accomplished. That means all these activities have taken place in order to accomplish the final objective, that is individual and societal objective. Here we give importance for the individual as well as the societal objective along with the organizational objective. So in order to achieve all this objective, you need to plan, organize, direct and control your employees and you need to develop, you need to encourage them to develop individual as well as the organization. So the main intention is to satisfy in order to accomplish individual goal, societal goal as well as the organizational objectives. So it is a process, it is a continuous process. According to Edwin B. Flippo, human resource management is a continuous process of planning, organizing, directing and controlling. So this is all about definition of HRM. Moving further, let us look into the nature of HRM. So it is an inherent part of management. So HRM is an inherent part of management. You cannot separate human resource from the organization. That means in every activity, in every function of the organization, it involves human beings. So without human being, you cannot run any organization. So with the machinery, you can run the organization, but in order to run that machinery, you want human beings. So human beings plays an important role. So they involved, human resources involved in all the function or in all the department. So it's an inherent part of management. Next one, it's a pervasive function. An individual cannot achieve the overall objective. In the organization, you require some group activity. So group activity helps to achieve the objective more quickly. So it ensures the smooth working in the organization. So it's a pervasive function. It is a group activity to ensure the organizational objective. To accomplish the organizational objective, human resource, so the employee has to work in a group. Individual cannot achieve all the objective. A single employee or a single human being cannot accomplish all the objectives of the organization. In order to accomplish all the objective, you want some groups in the organization. Groups in the sense departments. So the employee has to work in a group to accomplish a task. So all the group together, we can achieve the overall objective. So it's a pervasive function. Next one, it's basic to all functional area. So as I told you earlier, so it's a human being requires in all the functions. So either it may be a finance team or it may be a manufacturing or it may be a sales, marketing, any department, it involves human resources. So it is a basis for all the functional areas. So without human being, without HRM or without HR department, any function, you cannot complete any activity. So human resource is a basic element for all the activity in the organization. So they play primary role, so or important role in the organization. Next one, it's a people-centric. Human resource, the main intention of HR department or human resource management is to manage with the people. So in order to manage the people, we have HR department. So it's a people centric. In order to manage the people, in order to guide the people, in order to control, and in order to develop them, this HR department came into existence. So it's a people centric. For the people, you're going to work. So in order to accomplish the individual objective, in order to manage the individual, in order to manage the group, this HRM came into existence. So it is a people centric approach. Next one, personal activities or function. So it involves both the individual objective and organizational objective. So the organization tries to fulfill the individual objective, then they can work effectively in order to accomplish the organizational objective. So the organization has to encourage the individual to balance the work-life condition. So they encourage to perform both the work, that means work-life condition, in order to balance work-life condition. So it involves both the personal activity and the group activity. Here they try to satisfy the individual objective so that it ensures the coordination among the employee. So you can motivate the individual by helping the individual for balancing the work-life condition. So it involves both the activities. Next, it is a continuous process. So HRM is a continuous process. It will not end up by 1 year or 6 months or 2 years. So it is a continuous process. Continuously you are going to evaluate their performance. Continuously you need to recruit the employee. You need to update with the changes. So changes in the technology, changes in the environment. You need to update with the changes, and you need to give training for them, and you need to encourage, you need to motivate them to the development. So for the individual development as well as the organizational development. So it's a continuous process. Last one, it's based on human relation. So in order to ensure the coordination in the organization, this HRM helps. So it's based on human relation. We give values for the human relation so that it ensures the coordination and smooth working in the organization. So coordination plays an important role or effective tool to achieve the organizational objective. So the organization tries to establish a good relationship between the employees as well as the good relationship between the management and the employees. So they try to establish a good relationship by encouraging them, by motivating them, by various factors. They are going to establish a good relationship. It's a human relation. Based on the human relation, they try to establish a good relationship among the employees. So this HRM, human resource management, try to establish a relationship, good relationship between the employees as well as between the management and employees. Moving further, next, objectives of HRM. So objectives. First one is the organizational objective. So what all are the organizational objective? The basic objective is profit. First objective is profit. Next, goals. Then expansion. So all this objective can be achieved through the HR department. That means with the cooperation of HR department, you can ensure all this objective. So you can make profit. That means if the organization work effectively, you can make more profit. Then goals. Organization, HR, human resource management helps to achieve the organizational objective, that is organizational goals, as quickly as possible. So with the coordination of employees, it helps to increase the efficiency and effectiveness in their performance, so that it helps to achieve the goals as quick as possible. Then expansion. When the organization earn more profit and their goals are achieved as quick as possible, then they can expand their business. So all the organizational objective can achieve through the HR departments. With the cooperation of HR department, you can achieve the objectives. Only the HR department, that is only human resource management, cannot achieve all this objective. With the cooperation of human resource management, you can achieve this objective. But the key element to achieve all this objective is human resource. So the key element. So now we are going to manage with that key element. So they plays an important role. So we are going to manage with them. So we are going to solve the conflicts in the employees. So conflicts among the employees. So they are going to motivate the employees. Then we are going to develop an individual as well as the organization. So all this helps to achieve the overall objective of the organization. So it's a key element. Human resource is a key element. Now we are going to manage with that key element so that you can ensure you can achieve all the organizational objective. So next, functional objective. HRM performs so many functions for other departments. So in every department, it involves human resource. So we are going to manage with all the department. We are going to deal with all the department. So this HRM involves in all the functional areas. Either it may be a manufacturing, either it may be a sales or marketing department, or it may be a finance department. In every field, the human resource management, we are going to manage. This human resource management is going to involve in all the function. So they are going to render service for all the departments. So either manufacturing department, then finance department, sales department, marketing department. In all the function, we are going to manage the human beings or human resources in all the different functional areas. So we are going to achieve the objective. We are going to fulfill the objective for all the functional areas. We try to establish a coordination among the employees in all the function. That means in all the departments, and we are going to help them, or human resource management is try to increase their skills and knowledge. They try to motivate them. So we undertake various activities in a different functional areas. So they perform, HRM performs various activity in different functional areas. Next one, personal objective. Personal objective is increasing skills and development, individual development, as well as they encourage to balance the work-life condition. Work-life condition. So the HRM, human resource management, is going to achieve all the personal objective. That is, they are going to increase the individual skill and development, individual development, and they are going to encourage for the balance the work-life condition, and they are going to motivate the individual. Motivate the individual. So they try to achieve the individual objective. They helps to achieve the individual objective in the organization, because it helps the organization to achieve the overall objective. So here it helps to achieve organizational objective as well as the personal objective as well as functional objectives. In different functional areas they are going to perform. The last one, societal objectives. This HRM is going to achieve the societal objectives. So the societal objective includes legal, ethical and social issues. So they are going to deal with all these issues, legal issues, ethical issues and social issues. So that means equal employment opportunities. So equal employment opportunities, increase the employment opportunity for the society, and legal issues. So the changes in rules and regulations, government policies and social issues. So they are going to deal with all these issues. So the legal issues are not to be legal rules and regulations. Legal issues are not to be violated. Then if the organization acquires a farmer land, you need to give alternative option for them. So if the organization acquire a land from the tribal people, you need to help them to locate in a different area or different location. They need to establish schools for them, and they try to increase the employment opportunities for the society. So if the organization undertakes all this issue, it helps to generate the employment opportunities for the society as well as to establish schools and to help the society. So it helps in creating the good image, that is goodwill for the organization. So all this activity or all these objectives finally helps to achieve the overall objective. So if the organization undertake all these issues, it helps the organization to increase the goodwill. That means it helps to maintain a good relationship with the society also. It creates goodwill for the organization. So all this are the objectives of HRM. The main objective is to manage the human resource. So you are going to manage the human resource in the organization as well as outside the organization. That means society, you are going to manage with the society. They try to establish a good relationship between the society as well as the customers. So the mainly they are going to manage all the peoples, that is human resource. So all the objectives of HRM: organizational objective, personal objective, functional objective and societal objective. So in this unit, we are going to study in detail about the HR department, HR role and their functions of HRM. All this point we are going to study in detail under unit 1, that is introduction to HRM. So this is all about today's session. So let us meet in the next session with some more topic. Until then, keep watching. Thank you.